We are doing some groundwork with Care Bear today. He is 19 now, and he's been off work for about a month. This is the third time I've lunged him. This is more of an easy lunge day for him. He's a very good boy, so usually when we lunge horses, we have boots on them. These are fly boots because he just came from the field. Gloves, helmet, lots of those things, but because Bear is such a good boy, we don't really do that too much with him, and we're going to do a very short lunge today. Last time I lunged him was about 2 days ago. We did some long lining and a little bit of lunging. He's a very good boy. Both of our first time long lining, actually. So he's a very good boy. Here I'm just going to let my line out a little bit and see how he takes that. So we're just, letting him. So there, I'm telling him out. He is working on his commands. He is a very good lunger. He usually is a very good boy in general. But he's usually a very good lunger as well. Oops. So I'm just going to take my lunge line and kind of rub it on the floor just to let him know that I do not want him any closer. And if he comes closer, we're going to tell him that we want him farther away, which is a little aggressive, but I really like to set the boundary now instead of while we're trotting or cantering. That I want him a little bit farther. And this is a very good walk for him. He's a very slow, not hot horse at all. He's very slow and quiet, which is good. Can we whoa? Whoa! Whoa! Good boy! So he's starting out a little stiff, which is okay. He's an elderly boy. So right. But I want a bigger trot because that helps get their muscles moving a bit more. I don't want him running. Oh, that's a little bit of running. So I'm going to keep my whip nice and low. And here we're going to ask him to go out a little bit. Out. Out. There, good boy. So he looks a little off right now, but he should warm up to be a bit better. So here's where he starts to, he gets a little fast on the hill. And then here he starts to get a little slow. So you're going to ask for a bit more. Go away. And then here we're going to really ask him to go out. Out. There. Good boy. So there we go. This is very good for him. Here we're all the way out on the lunge line, which is quite good. And walk. Good boy. More walk. And trot. Trot. Telling him I want it now. That is one of the biggest struggles with him, is telling him that you want something right now and not in 20 minutes when he wants to do it. Walk trot transitions are very good for them, whether you're riding, lunging, anything like that, especially for a slower horse. Like Bear, we're just going to ask him to continue going. Yeah, he could tell I was a little bit distracted, wasn't totally focused on him. So he just kind of took advantage of that. Big walk. And okay, you know what? He took that opportunity to trot there, which is okay. For any other horse, like a more hot horse like Flea, I would not allow that. I would kind of say no. But in response, I would let her walk. So let's say she is doing great on the lunge line. If she's doing great on the lunge line and she chooses to walk instead of slow down, or really just slow down, or instead of really speeding up, I guess, too, then I would let her, definitely, because for him, he's a more slow mover. I need to see in my circle. Big trot. Trot. There, so there's kind of his weakness. When asking for that larger trot and larger steps, he tends to lose track of his back end. So I'm going to ask him for that bigger trot. And as you can see, he really works over his back when he gets into that bigger trot. So that's what we want. It's okay that he's kind of going out a little bit in those places because he's trying to avoid the footing that isn't ideal for himself, which I do not mind at all because we really want that in a horse who watches out for themselves and yourself. So we're going to shorten the circle a bit over here. There we go. Kind of come in the inside track. Good boy. And walk. Good boy. That is a really good trot for him, especially for him to be keeping balance. The first time I worked with him, after his month-long break, he was, okay, thank you, come on. He was a bit behind the leg and, well, not really the leg, but behind the commands and really struggling to keep track of his legs. Out. Which was kind of hard for him, and it's always a little bit hard for him, but I'm really liking the groundwork aspect of doing it this way, bringing him back into work like this, because it really allows him to get fit without the danger or weight of someone on his back. And whoa, good boy. So here we're just going to give him a little bit of a walk. I kind of release my lunge line. Don't let your lunge line touch the ground. I'm not a super good lunger. I will attest to that. I struggle a little bit with the management of the line. He's had a pretty long walk. He's looking into it. And trot! Trot! Here, I'm going to give him an extra second. Okay. We are very, very close to that. Okay. Let's get a little. Okay. See, we're going to shorten my line a little because I really don't want him over there. Okay, ready? Trot! 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 So here, I say no, that's not a good behavior. And I've given you many, many opportunities to fix that, and he didn't. So, whoa, good boy. And trot. Good boy. That was way better. Good boy. And he cannot make his own decisions, even though it's hot. He does not like the hot. But he cannot make his own decisions. We're going to come back to base. Trot. Really kind of go at him there, because that is just him being a bit lazy, because that is a beautiful trot. Stop. So we are going to the right, which is his harder lead. He does like, why are we trying to go towards the center? Trot. Thank you. So he does like to kind of get a little behind on this side. Get forward, please. Thank you. We were doing so good there. Canter. 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 Good boy. We're going to reward him for cantering there. And we're just going to ask him again. Canter. Canter. And whoa. Trot. Good boy. And canter. 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 Good boy. We're just trying to get his right lead here, which is very hard for him. Even though I wish it wasn't, it really is. Has a little trouble on his right hind. Good boy! We're going to really make sure he keeps that going. Or not, that's okay too. He's very weak on his right side, and he always kind of has been. Canter. So here he's really trying. He's really trying to figure it out. So I'm kind of giving him the chance. Good boy! He's getting it really well with his front. And walk. Good boy. Good boy! So here he's going to come to the middle. And this was something I taught him to do at a very young age. Something that probably shouldn't have been taught to him, but that's okay. I'll make mistakes. But that's okay. Okay. Out. Okay, well, it works. Out. So we're going to try to get my line organized here. Don't be lazy. Don't be a lazy boy. Come on. I know there's a fly on your leg. Okay, ready? So here, this is a little bit disorganized. To be so real with everybody. I'm just trying to get behind his hip. He's not letting me. Okay, no. Possibly a little confused. Nice walk on. I like your attentiveness. It's very nice. I like it. Oh, wait. So his balance is much better on this side as he trips, but still. His balance is much, much, much better. Out, out, out. And I'm gonna drop the rest of my line just so it's a little bit easier. Good boy. Good boy. See, and this is so much better. This is his easier side with almost everything. From the everything really. He does trip a little bit because that right hind is still just not really all the way to where we want it to be. Not really focused on head carriage, but I do appreciate his attempt to kind of stretch down. That's really something that is so good that he is trying so hard to do for me. Get a bigger, more powerful trap, but not faster, to where he can't control it. Canter, canter, canter. Good boy. You can see he kind of gets it a little easier on this side. Canter. Good boy. Good boy. Don't knock that over, thank you. Canter. I ask a little more of him on this side because I know it's much easier, and as you can see, he's much happier. Come on, get through the rut. Good boy. And whoa. Good boy. And that movement is so much better than on the right. Good boy. And he takes advantage of me looking down. Ready? We're going to ask. Canter. And canter. Good boy. Canter. Yeah. What a spicy boy. What a spicy boy. Gonna really ask him to push. Good boy. And that's kind of the width end of his strength. But can we not run over the standard? Good boy. A little bit more trotting just to get his muscles stretched out and working. He is usually not a good sport about coming back into work. He generally likes not having a job, but in probably the most recent years, he really likes people. He really likes his leaser, and I'm really happy that he has found something that he likes. He does not like them once they get, like, you know, more competitive in the starter division or want to do a little bit more of the winning side of things, but you know, he loves to teach people. He loves to, you know, go run around a greenies grass, and he can win at greenies grass easy. Starter's a little harder for him, but he can do it. He is obviously not naturally gifted in the dressage department. You can see how he's built, but that's okay. You know, we accept of him. And whoa. And halt. What a good boy. He loves being told that he's a good boy as well. Good boy. And we're just going to let him have a walk after this, but good boy. Good boy. Okay, that is it. Thank you guys for watching. He's a very good boy, right? Yeah, I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. Very short little lunch session. Get doing something harder. Maybe tomorrow.